Let's get the calls in. 03 717 223344. Let's go to Harry, who's a Spurs fan. All right, Harry?
H.
All right, mate. How's it going? First time caller here.
Oh, good man. Thanks for phoning up. Go on, what do you want to say?
Basically, I'm here to back up Gareth, to be honest, because England have had a few managers in the past. Sven and Capello are the ones that spring to mind in my lifetime, and they've been awful. And I'm looking at Gareth, and I'm looking at I'm only 26, and the last two tournaments, I've been able to watch with my mates and everything, and the amount of memories he's created for me, something that will, until I die.
Heartache, Harry, is what he's giving you.
I don't think so, Jamie. I don't think so, because the thing is,
I heard you semi-final and a final loss.
Jamie, I heard you mention earlier about the golden generation and everything like that, but I'm looking at 2002, 2004. Would that not have been a golden generation at that time? And, I'm looking at Gareth now, and the thing is, like he said in the past, the team that concedes the least goals usually goes on to win the tournament. And I know the USA game was a bit boring, but I'm looking at that game. They were a solid team. They were athletic and everything like that. And there are other teams in this tournament, Argentina, everything. They lost to Saudi Arabia. And I still think we're in that top four, I'd say, that could still go on to win the tournament. I don't think that USA result was a bad result. Not at all. I think that was.
It's not a bad result, Harry. It's not a bad result. But when you look at the performance and the way we've played, it doesn't give you much confidence going into the knockout stages. We're going to go through. We'll probably go through top. But when it gets to the quarterfinals, say, or even the knockout stage, the first one, with Ecuador or Senegal, does it fill you with confidence?
Oh, not going to lie, against Ecuador or Senegal, I think we'll thrash them. Not going to lie. Like, I'm looking at, that USA A team. I thought we went in thrashing Iran in the first game, and we knew we just needed a point. We're top of the group. We're in a strong position for the last game. I think we'll go over and we'll beat Wales tomorrow. And I think we'll have a lot of confidence going into that round of 16. I think Gareth will turn it up a notch again. I think Gareth he's a clever lad, and I think what we need to establish as well is there's a difference between being an international manager and a club manager. Like, you can't just go chopping and changing, like you can at Chelsea, for example, the way they chop and change. At international management, you need a solid manager who the players like. And the thing I think with Gareth is the players love him. They'll go out and they'll die for him. They want to play for him. So there's no way, I think, what you're saying about Gareth out, I think that's a load of tosh, to be honest. I think he's the man for the job, and I think tomorrow against Wales, I think we'll be talking again tomorrow, and we're saying, actually, but maybe we can go on and do this, to be honest, because even Brazil, to be honest, today, and Spain, everyone's talking about them being brilliant. I think, to be fair, on our day, we could beat them as well.
All right, Harry, thanks for your call. Thanks for phoning in first time. Let's go to Charlie, who's a Chelsea fan. All right, Charles.
Yeah, boys, how you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Look, we've been talking about Mason Mount and Phil Foden. There's been a lot of talk about Foden and not being involved. Do you think he needs to feature now, needs to start?
No, listen, I've always said that I believe Foden should be playing a lot more, but the thing that always seems to confuse me, it happens a lot with Chelsea as well. Jason, you'll know this especially. Mason Mount seems to be the scapegoat. If you look into it properly, Mason Mount and Foden don't even play the same positions. So why aren't you comparing Foden to Saka and Sterling? Why is it always back onto Mount? And one's at 8 box to box and one's a winger inside forward.
Well, because it's the position that Foden can play. And it's a position that people are going to look at and go, well, that's a toss-up between Mount and Foden. But Saka's going to play because Saka's been brilliant. Sterling's going to play because he produces for England. Harry Kane plays because he's Harry Kane. The one position where you go, right, who plays in this position? If we're going to play a 4-2-3-1, do you play Mount? Do you play Maddison? Do you play Foden? That's the talking point. And for me, Foden should be playing.
You see, I agree that he should be playing, but I do disagree with you that he should be playing 10. I think he plays on the wing every week for City. So why would you chuck him into a 10 in a World Cup stage with his first World Cup appearance as well? It doesn't really make sense to me.
If you watch Foden as he grew up as playing, he was a number 10. He only plays on the right because Man City have got such an unbelievable midfield, and he puts him in there on the right. But if you actually watch Foden, he's a number 10. He was a midfielder.
I respectfully disagree. I don't see him play 10 at all for City, at all. So, and Mount plays every week for Chelsea. So why is Mount the scapegoat? That's one thing I never really seem to understand. Listen, I'm pro Foden getting more minutes. I believe he should start tomorrow. I don't believe Mount should start.
Where should he start, Charlie? Where should he start?
I believe he should start on the right wing, coming in.
For Saka?
No, Saka should be on the left.
Do you want to drop Sterling?
Yes.
Chase?
There's some evidence to back that up, I think. But I think he'll play. I think if Walker's fit, I think Southgate will be very tempted to go with a 3.
So he's going to play 3-4-3?
I think he'll be tempted because if Walker is going to play in the
Mount
knockout
don't play
stages,
or Foden then?
Well, maybe not. So if you look at the back 3, you go Maguire, Stones, and Walker, right?
Yeah.
That's who he's going, right?
Yeah.
So Trippier one side,
yeah.
Shaw the other.
Yeah.
Then you're going to go
Bellingham
and Rice, and then you've got, for me, Sterling. I wouldn't start Sterling. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't start Sterling.
Why?
I'd go because I just feel as though that in the shape that he's played in the Chelsea side has been 3-4-3, and the shape he's going to go. I think there's a bit missing. I think Sterling might have a say off the bench.
No, I disagree.
For me, I would start Kane down the middle.
I can't believe you're saying that.
Yeah, I would. I've been as a Chelsea. I've been a little bit disappointed in Sterling.
He scored in the first game. He was fantastic.
He did. But I feel as though that maybe just change things around. It wouldn't surprise me if Grealish starts, in all honesty. Wouldn't surprise me if he the shape I think will suit Grealish. Saka for me has to start. That's what I would go.
To play. Saka has to play.
That's what I would go tomorrow.
So you're dropping Sterling?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going Grealish. I'm starting Grealish tomorrow.
So still no Foden?
Still no Foden, mate. Where'd you play Foden? I know, but how do you? You know, where do you? He can come off the bench. I thought off the bench against Iran, I thought it was excellent, as was Grealish, as was Rashford. Just shows the strength in depth. For me, I would give Grealish a go. I would. But you don't know what they're doing in training, Jay. Do you? You know, you don't know how training's going. You don't know how things are looking behind the scenes. He'll be playing this game, looking ahead, because he knows he's through, right? So he knows he's through, almost certainly. Yeah. He'll be looking ahead to the next game. What's going to be the plan for the next game?
Okay, let's go to Mark, who's a Liverpool fan. All right, Mark?
Hello, guys. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Go on, what do you want to say?
Yeah, Jason's just hit the nail on the head, actually. Tomorrow's not really important. Well, it's important, but it's not going to mould what team we're going to play in the last 16 or the quarterfinals. Foden, for me, is one of the best midfielders in Europe, and you've got to play him. You've got to build your team around him, actually. He's young and he's brilliant. He's a fantastic footballer, and coming from a Liverpool fan, Man City player, that sticks in my throat. But he is that good. But Jason's also right in Sterling. He's a good player, but you know what? Foden's a brilliant player. Foden has to play. Saka's earned the right to play. But it boils down again to what Southgate wants to do. And my argument is Southgate, nice guy, likes his favourites. And if a job came free in the Premier League in the next kind of year or so, and a top 10 club wanted a manager, Southgate wouldn't be in the conversation. And at world level, he's lacking.
Mark, what about Harry Kane? What about Harry Kane? Because he looked tired against the USA. He looked like he was carrying a knock. There's been people saying that he maybe needs a rest. Would you maybe rest him?
Yes, tomorrow. But you know what? When it comes to the important one-off games, you've got to play him because he's got that moment of brilliance.
But tomorrow's not that game.
No,
so can you start Rashford down the middle? Can you?
You could start Rashford, or you
Foden. Could Foden start down the middle and playing in a role that he's?
So. Okay. No, I would put Foden where he belongs, either in the 10 or on the left. Drop Sterling, mix up a little bit, show people what we've got. Bring Grealish on later on because he's got something different as well. But it's all about the last 16 game and the quarter-final. And to be honest with you, if and when we meet France, we're out anyway because they're the form team, they're the class act.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's that simple. I don't. I think we'll be the one that I think of all the teams that I think they'll want to avoid us. They'll be looking at England going, we've got England in the quarters. They will be.
They won't be. That's my point. If you go after teams in the group stages and you show what you're about, France will be watching that USA game thinking, oh, same old England. They're going to be defensive, sit on their own box. We're going to dominate possession, and we just got to break them down. Well, that's my problem. That's my problem. Go after teams, show the world what we're about with the great players that you've got. That's what I've been disappointed in. Same England, defensive, boring. You can keep having your say. Who would you drop? Would you drop Kane? Would you drop Sterling? Would you drop Mount?
You don't get any extra points by playing well. You know that, don't you? You don't get. Yeah,
but you scare other teams.
How do you scare them?
You scare other teams.
How do you scare them?
You do.
What do you do? Oh, boo.
Well, a bit like Arsenal. Boo. Like Arsenal this season. Like Man City this season. You come up. People play against Tottenham. Tottenham have been getting results and have been getting points, but they're boring to watch and everyone's digging them out and they're going, oh, see, you can't win. You ain't going to win anything like that. You watch Man City and you watch Arsenal and they're going after teams every week. You scare teams. 037172233.